Hello everyone, today we're traveling back more than 2,000 years to uncover the story of an empire that changed the world forever, the Roman Empire. It all began with a small city on the banks of a river, and it grew into a superpower that ruled half of the known world. But how did it start? How did it rule? And how did it fall? Let's begin the journey. According to Roman mythology, Rome was founded in 753 BC. The legend says that twin brothers Romulus and Remus, sons of the god of war Mars, were abandoned as infants by the river, but rescued and raised by a she-wolf. As they grew up, Romulus killed his brother and became the first king of a new city, naming it Rome after himself. It might be just a myth, but it symbolized Rome's destiny, born from struggle, raised by strength, and destined for power. At first, Rome was ruled by kings, but the Romans grew tired of tyranny. In 509 BC, they overthrew their monarchy and established the Roman Republic. The Republic had a complex system: a senate, elected consuls, and checks on power. Their motto was clear: no more kings. During this period, Rome expanded across Italy, but the true test came in the Punic Wars against Carthage. There, the legendary general Hannibal marched his army with war elephants across the Alps to attack Rome. For a time, it seemed unstoppable, but eventually, Rome crushed Carthage and became the dominant power of the Mediterranean. Victory brought wealth, but also corruption and inequality. The Senate became dominated by the rich, while the poor struggled. Out of this chaos rose a brilliant general, Julius Caesar. Caesar conquered Gaul, modern-day France, became a hero of the people, and seized enormous power. But when he declared himself dictator for life, the Senate panicked. On the Ides of March, 44 BC, Caesar was assassinated by his own friends, including Brutus, in one of history's most dramatic betrayals. Brute. His death plunged Rome into years of civil war. From the ashes of war emerged Caesar's heir, Octavian, later known as Augustus. In 27 BC, Augustus became Rome's first emperor, marking the birth of the Roman Empire. Under his rule, Rome expanded its borders from Spain to the Middle East, from Britain in the north to Egypt in the south. This era was called the Pax Romana, the Roman peace, nearly 200 years of relative stability and prosperity. The Romans weren't only warriors, they were builders, engineers, and lawmakers. They built a vast network of roads, many still used today. They constructed aqueducts to bring fresh water into cities. They raised colossal arenas like the Colosseum, where gladiators fought bloody battles before tens of thousands of spectators. They also shaped laws and governance principles that still influence legal systems today. But life wasn't only about politics and war. Romans loved entertainment, chariot races, festivals, and the famous public baths. Yet, like all empires, Rome's glory couldn't last forever. Its borders grew too vast to defend. The economy weakened, and the army relied on mercenaries with little loyalty. In the 4th century, Rome split into two: the Western Roman Empire with Rome as its capital, and the Eastern Roman Empire with Constantinople as its capital. The West collapsed in 476 AD after invasions by Germanic tribes. The East, known as the Byzantine Empire, survived for nearly 1,000 more years, until Constantinople fell in 1453 to Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror. And with that, the Roman legacy finally ended. The story of Rome is not just history, it's a lesson about ambition, power, and how even the mightiest empires can crumble. So tell me in the comments, would you like a video about daily life in ancient Rome, or one about Rome's greatest battles like Cannae or Actium? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more epic stories from history.